Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Opodic, and in this video I'm going to be talking about my 10 best performance mods for Minecraft. You can use this anywhere from survival all the way to PvP or redstone. Now before we get into this, I just need to let a few things known. This is only for Fabric 1.21.4. I can make some videos on other versions on other mod loaders, but for now I'm only going to be talking about Fabric 1.21.4. No clients, nothing like that. Now, you'll also need to download the dependencies for some of these mods. So if there's any APIs or anything like that, you better download those first. For instance, number 10 relies on number 1, but you also need to download all those. I'm going to be leaving the links to all these mods in the description if you'd like to download them. Now, let's start off with our first one. Now, the first mod on this list is Sodium. Now, you can also pair Sodium with Iris if you want to use shaders, and I'm pretty sure Iris also gives a performance boost, but I'm just going to throw Sodium and Iris in together. But basically, Sodium is probably the best mod of all of these on the list if you want pure performance. The reason why is because Sodium actually changes the game's rendering engine without changing how the game normally looks, so you get better performance. I would definitely recommend this no matter what you're doing in Minecraft. You could be PvPing, redstone, survival, building, literally whatever. And this mod will help you get better performance without changing how the game looks. So I definitely rate this one a 10 out of 10. Now onto the next mod, which is entity culling. Now, entity culling is what most games need, and for some reason, most games nowadays don't even have it. But what it is basically, if a mob is not in your field of vision, so if you can't see the mob, the game won't render it. So, if a mob is behind you, why waste resources on rendering it when it could just use those resources for something else? Now, this mod is definitely a, always use. I definitely recommend this no matter what you're doing. So I'm also giving this one a 10 out of 10. Next up is Ferrite Core or Ferrite Core. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically this mod optimizes how your Minecraft uses memory. So yeah, I'm not gonna explain like this in detail because for some reason it's like way too complicated for my small brain, even though it's not really that complicated. Anyways, Lithium. Lithium is a mod that changes game logic. So stuff like mob AI, game physics, block ticks, and all that. And block ticks, I'm pretty sure at least, is stuff like hoppers. Even if there isn't something in a hopper, or there isn't anything around a hopper, the hopper will still tick, even though there's nothing to tick. So this changes that stuff, and it also changes some bugs, I'm pretty sure. Now, we're going to go on to number 5 on the list, which is Modern Fix. Also, I'm rating Ferrite Core and Lithium both a 7 out of 10. Now, Modern Fix is a simple mod that reduces RAM usage and fixes some bugs in Minecraft. Now, some bugs are actually useful. I haven't seen the list on what bugs Modern Fix fixes, but I did give this one like a 6 or 7 out of 10 simply because, some bugs are actually pretty useful compared to others, especially if you do redstone. Now, we're going to number 6, which is Krypton. Now, Krypton is a mod that helps improve Minecraft's networking stack. Basically, better Wi-Fi speeds, all that. I'd say this is better for, servers, but if you can use this on survival. But if you're playing multiplayer, I'm definitely rating it a 9 out of 10. If you're playing on survival, I'm rating it a 7 out of 10. Now, we're going to go on to number 7, which is Noisium. This mod basically optimizes world generation so you have a smoother and better experience playing Minecraft. And if you play survival a lot, I definitely recommend this. Or if you're playing a server where you can fly out a bunch, I'd recommend this too. I don't really recommend it for servers where there's not that much stuff, simply because you won't get as much performance, because this is based on rendering chunks. If you already have the chunks rendered, then there's no real point. But I'd say if you're survival, I'm definitely rating it a 9 out of 10. For PvP, it's probably like 5, 6 out of 10. Let's go to number 8, which is immediately fast. This mod helps you speed up immediate rendering. So basically it uploads data to your parts like the CPU and GPU in a more efficient way, so your PC actually, runs faster. Now, I'm definitely rating this one a 8 out of 10, simply because you don't notice it. It's a very minor thing, but you can definitely tell over time when you check on your temps. Now, FPS Reducer. Now, despite the name of this mod, it will not actually reduce your FPS while you're playing Minecraft. This mod actually reduces the FPS when your game window is either minimized or inactive. It also reduces your FPS if there's no user input for after a while. Now, this can be really good if you're doing something like playing survival at a mob farm and you go AFK. Let's say you have some really big shaders on. That's going to heat up your PC a lot, and high temps is not really good for long term. But with this mod, it actually lowers your FPS so your Minecraft doesn't use as many resources while you are AFK. Anyways, I'd say this is definitely an 8 out of 10. Also, this is really good if you're a content creator and you have Minecraft open in the background. And as you guys know, editing uses a ton of RAM if you're a content creator. And it also uses a lot of GPU to render it. So I definitely rate this one a 10 out of 10 for content creators, 9 out of 10 if you play survival. And if you're a PvPer, it's probably like a 7 out of 10. Not really that noticeable. Now for the final mod, it's Sodium Extra. Now this mod just adds a bunch of other options to Sodium that you can actually change to your liking for better performance. This has stuff like entity culling, all that. You can go to the mod page itself and check it out. In conclusion, those are my top 10 best mods for optimizing Minecraft 1.21 on Fabric. And I appreciate that you made it to the end of the video. Like, subscribe, comment down below mattress if you made it this far, and I'll see you all in the next one. So I hear you want some mods for modded Minecraft, huh? Well, I got the perfect things just for you. In this video, I'm going to be showing you my top 7 best mods for FPS on Forge. Now, before we get into this video, I just want to clarify that these need their dependencies if they have them, and I'm not going to be adding them in this video. But you can download all of the mods in the description. And now let's get into this video, starting off with number 1. Optifine. Optifine is probably the most well-known, popular mod for Minecraft when it comes to optimization. So I'm sure you already know all it does, like the connected textures, shading, all the little settings. Yeah, I'm sure you already know that. So let's already get to number 2. Number 2, Dynamic FPS. You see, Dynamic FPS is a mod that's amazing to use if you often have Minecraft open in the background. Now, when you're doing other things, it uses a ton of resources. Now, Dynamic FPS reduces the resources used towards Minecraft when you're either AFK, so you're idle, or your Minecraft is minimized. So the reason it does this is so that your computer can allocate more of those resources to other things you're using, like, watching a video, or maybe you're editing on a software or rendering something. Who knows? But overall, it can just reduce stress on your system if you're just playing Minecraft and you go AFK at your mob farm or something. Now, let's talk about number 3. Entity culling. You see, entity culling is a mod that I talked about in my previous video, but I'll explain again if you're new. Now, entity culling is a mod, that's right, one of the greatest mods in my opinion, that does not render things that you can't see or that's not in your field of vision. Now, it's a very useful mod that a lot of games for some reason don't utilize. For example, why is the new Call of Duty utilizing resources for things that's not even in front of me? Anyways, if you can't see the mob that's behind you, then why should Minecraft render it? It's a waste of system resources. So what dynamic FPS does is it just doesn't load that thing until it actually comes to your field of vision, which is actually very useful. Now, I'm not even gonna try and pronounce this one because I just can't. Now, this is a simple mod that speeds up world loading by removing spawn chunks. And speaking of chunks, let's get into number 5. Number 5, Chunky. Chunky is a Minecraft mod that allows you to pre-generate chunks in a very efficient way for smooth exploring. For example, if you run the command pre-gen or whatever, and then the certain amount, it loads all of these at once in advance, so that whenever you go to these areas, the chunks are already loaded and you don't actually have to load them yourself. So this uses a lot of resources at the start, so you pre-generate, but as soon as you start exploring, you'll noticeably see that your performance is not taking that much of a dip because you're not generating new chunks. Now, let's get into number 6. Number 6 is GPU tape. GPU tape is a Minecraft mod for Forge based on the Fabric mod video tape. Now, what both of these do is essentially GPU tape is a mod that helps fix VRAM links. If you don't know what VRAM link is, then it's basically the video RAM that is inside your graphics card. For example, some cards have 4 gigabytes, 8, 12, 16, 24. It really just depends on what graphics card you have. So if you know what your graphics card is, you can always look it up and see how much VRAM you have. Anyways, this mod isn't really useful if you aren't using a shader or if you have a graphics card. But if you have a shader or a graphics card or both, then this mod is actually pretty good for you. Now, final one is Optimizer. Now, this mod disables a few built-in parts of the game to increase TPS, so you can use this client-side or server-side. So it disables like the Elytra check, for example, removes some spawn chunks, I'm pretty sure. But this mod basically just disables certain features just so that you can have a smoother experience playing the server or survival world that you're playing. Now, in conclusion, I just want to say that I'm sorry for not being able to find all the mods. You know, to optimize the game for Forge, I really thought there were going to be more, but I guess there aren't since, you know, Fabric is so prominent nowadays. But most mod developers just make Fabric mods nowadays, especially for newer versions. So, you know, it's more widespread along that. Now, anyways, that's all. I appreciate you guys making it to the end of this video. Please consider subscribing if you made it this far, or if you enjoyed the useful information I gave you, if it was useful. Anyways, please consider liking the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Washa washa wah!
Press the Q! Bunny hoppers, get banned! I told them on my cheeks now. get copyrighted. No.
Do you want to support the channel but also get high quality gear for gaming? Well, I have the perfect things for you. Click the links in the description and check out some of the best gaming keyboards, headphones, mice, and even more from neighboring companies like Razer and Red Dragon. So go check out some of the most high quality gear on their shop today. I'll see you all in the next one.